What's up, everybody? My name is Logan Strom. Welcome to CTF Strom Talks Football. Today is MLB Opening Day, so in the spirit of that, I want to give you guys my Opening Day MLB game predictions. I only plan on making predictions for this day only because if I made predictions for every single day, I might as well become an MLB YouTuber, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know my baseball as much as my football, so I'm not doing that. But I do love and enjoy watching the sport of baseball, and I do plan on making videos of MLB in the future, including like playoff prediction videos, stuff like that. But today, let's just focus on making predictions for today. So let's not waste any more time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. All out of the way, let's get started. Alright, the first game we got here is the Milwaukee Brewers versus the New York Yankees, and just a fair reminder so it doesn't feel any different with the rest of these predictions. I didn't put a score down because I really don't know. Some of these are kind of tough, so I'm just going to make one up as I go. So with that being said, the first game here, I think this will be a really good game, but I'm going to go with the Yankees to win because one, it's at home, and home advantage is a huge thing for New York. And then also, Rodon's pitching, which I think he's really good. Probably was a last-minute decision because Garrett Cole's out for the millionth time. Plus, I just think the Yankees just have a better roster overall. Sure, the Brewers still have Yelich, which I still think he's elite. But when you look at the Yankees, obviously, you've got Rodon, you've got Aaron Judge, you've got Chaz, you've got Cody Bellinger getting added in. Like, they still have a really strong roster. And after losing the World Series just this last year, I know they're going to be hungry with a win at home. So I'm picking the Yankees to win. Let's say 4-2. We'll say that. All right, next we got the Baltimore O's versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And honestly, I'm going to pick the O's to win like 7-3. I think it's going to be a blowout. Nothing against Toronto. I just think Baltimore just has a way better roster, a way better team, and I just am way more confident in them right now than I am in Toronto. Because even though they still have really good players like Vlad, even though he did come off of a pretty disappointing season last year, I just don't think they're as good as Baltimore by any means. And even though this is at Toronto, I'm picking Baltimore by a landslide. Next, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Texas Rangers. Honestly, I almost went with Texas here, but I changed my mind last minute. I'm going with Boston. I think these two are both going to be good teams this year. I think Texas is going to bounce back this season. But I just think the Red Sox are looking a little better in this game, and I just think they're going to pull up a really good win for their first game of the season. Even though this is at Texas and this could be good home advantage, I wouldn't be shocked if Texas won, but I'm going to go with Boston to win this one. I would say 4-3. It's going to be close. Up next, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Washington Nationals. I'm going to go with the Phillies to win 6-2. I mean, the Phillies, they're still a really strong team, even though in the playoffs they were extremely disappointing. And then you already know how it is with Washington. I think they're going to be better than what people say, but they're still at a rebuilding stage like they have been the last few years. They've been rebuilding for a while, and I just don't think they're anywhere near as good as Philly right now. Next, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the San Diego Padres. I'm actually really excited for this game. I think this game is going to be really fun to watch. Since it's home field advantage, even though I really wanted to pick Atlanta here, I'm going to pick the Padres. It's just because it's home field advantage. That's really the only reason. And plus, both rosters are really strong, but I think the Padres just have a little bit more of an advantage, obviously, because they're at home. I'm going to pick the score to be 6-4. It's going to be a really good game. It's going to be a spot fest. You're going to see a lot of clips from that game after today. I think this will be a really good game to watch. All right, next we got Pittsburgh versus Miami, and honestly, this is a game I don't give a shit about, at all. I mean, the Pirates do have Paul Skeens, which I am a big fan of. I think he's a really good pitcher, but other than that, the rest of these, the rosters, I don't care about. I mean, I guess Joey Bart's cool because he was a former Giant, but whatever. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to win, probably it's going to be lower than you think, probably 4-2. I just see the Miami somehow keeping them close score, but overall, Pittsburgh's a way better team. All right, next we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Cincinnati Reds. I'm not just saying this because I'm a little biased, but I just really think it's a true bet. I think the Giants are going to win this game. Even though it's at Cincinnati, I think Cincinnati's roster overall is looking a lot better than last year's. I still don't think Cincinnati's going to be that good. Same with, I'm not saying that just because I'm a biased Giants fan. I think the Giants are going to be pretty average, just like the last 3 years. But I think the Giants just have a better roster right now than Cincinnati, and I'm just going to pick the Giants to win here. Let's say 4-3. It's going to be really close, stupidly closer than it should be, but I think the Giants are going to win. Up next, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Kansas City Royals. Oh, man. I already have to deal with Chiefs fans in Kansas City being as annoying as they are, but I have a bad feeling Kansas City fans for baseball are going to be annoying too, because I think the Royals are going to be really good this year. I think the Guardians are going to be a good team as well, but I just think the Royals are a better team overall. Plus, this is at Kansas City, so I'm going to give Kansas City the win 6-3. It's probably going to be a little bit more of a blowout than you expect, but I just think the Royals are going to be red hot in this today. Like, expect Bobby Witt to have a great game as well. Like, the Royals are going to be on fire. All right, next we got the LA Angels versus the Chicago White Sox. Two of the black sheep teams for their cities, respectively. I think that's hilarious. And then also probably the biggest tank bowl game of opening day. Like, who is going to watch this other than White Sox and Angels fans? Please tell me. Anyway, I'm going to pick the Angels to win here just because I think Mike Trout and Soler alone will help the Angels win this game. Like, the White Sox are the ultimate, like, building team right now other than the Marlins. Like you can't really expect much of them. This is going to be a really boring game, but I'm going to pick the Angels to win 2-1. Like, it's going to be boring as hell. Next, we got the New York Mets versus the Houston Astros. You would think I'd pick the Mets here, but I'm actually going to pick the Astros just because they're at home. And plus, I think it's going to take a little bit, probably like the next couple weeks to really build that chemistry with Juan Soto. I think the Astros are going to win 5-4, but I think it's going to be a really good game. Expect Juan Soto to not have his best game. Expect good hits, but I just think Juan Soto's not going to cook right away. But that's just a prediction. I could be completely wrong. Next, we've got the Minnesota Twins versus the St. Louis Cardinals. This is actually a really tough game to pick. I really don't know who to pick here. Part of me wants to pick St. Louis just because it's at home. So I'm going to pick them to win 2-1 just because I have no idea. Like, anybody can win this game. Like, I really don't know. People in the comments let me know who you think's going to win this game as well as the others. But, like, I really don't know. I'm going to stick with my gut and go with St. Louis. Next, we got the Detroit Tigers at the LA Dodgers. And, man, can we just get this over with? Dodgers are probably going to win like 6-2 or something. Even though the Tigers are an underrated team just because the Dodgers have their Mickey Mouse ass roster. Like, bro, like, fuck the Dodgers, man, seriously. In all honesty, the Dodgers should dominate. Like, Blake Snell's going to be pitching, shockingly, opening day. You have Mookie Betts, you have Freddie Freeman, you have Ohtani, you have all these star players. Like, what do you have to lose, bro? And you just won the World Series. Like, what do you want? It's nothing. It's just a depressed Giants fan talking about it. But, yeah, Dodgers win. Up next, we got the Chicago Cubs at the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think this will be a very underrated game. And I almost wanted to pick the upset with Chicago because I think they could be pretty good this year. But I'm going to go with Arizona to win, and I think they're going to win, let's say, 3-2. It's going to be really close. I would not expect a blowout from this at all. I think it's going to be a really close game, and for a bit, it's going to look like Chicago's going to get the win, but I think Arizona pulls out something pretty crazy at the end. I think it's going to be a really good game to watch. And finally, the last game we've got is the Sacramento A's versus the Seattle Mariners, and honestly, I think this is going to be a lot closer game than you might think. I'm still going to give the game to Seattle, but it's going to be a lot closer than you think. I'm going to say the Seattle Mariners are going to win 4-3. Like, I don't think the A's are not necessarily a good team still, but they're not that bad. Like, Brent Rooker's a really good hitter, just for example. Plus, I think just in a game like this, especially against Seattle, I just think the A's are going to keep up close really, like, almost all game. Like, I think it's going to be a really good game, but I'm still going to give the win to Seattle. And there you guys have it. That was me giving you guys my MLB Opening Day game predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below how you're feeling about your team on opening day, and let me know your predictions down below. I would love to know. In the meantime, that's where we're going to be done for the day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I'm Logan Sharon. I'll see you next time.